Good morning. Good morning. So yesterday I did today's message. So I'm just gonna read it again. That's what I'm gonna do. Look at my little flamingos. So funny story. It's not really funny. I don't know why I said it's funny. But that purse I got for Cora when she was young, and she wore it like once and just didn't like it, not her thing. And it's so cute. I keep holding on to it. But what am I gonna do with it? I should probably give it away. But it's so cute, so I hung it there. All right, so I was not going to do a live this morning. I just was going to go dive into my own little devotional, do my planning. Well, I've already planned my week out, but I like to look at the day's to-do list, blah, blah, blah. It's my little morning routine. But I got a little nudge that said someone needed to hear this. So I already did my makeup, not doing all that today, just going to preach real quick. Let me preach. So February 6th, from my Jesus Calling book. Come to me and rest. I am all around you to bless and restore. Breathe me in with each breath. The way just ahead of you is very steep. Shit, what are we in for? Slow down and cling tightly to my hand. I am teaching you a difficult lesson learned only by hardship. Lift up empty hands. Try to say that 5 times fast. Lift up empty hands of faith to receive my precious presence. Light, life, joy, and peace flow freely through this gift. Here's my jam. When your focus turns away from me, you grasp for other things. You drop the glowing gift of my presence as you reach for lifeless ashes. Return to me, regain my presence. So this week, whoever needs to hear this, somebody out there, maybe it's more than one person, refocus on God. Don't focus on these worldly things, as we call them. Obviously, we have to get stuff done and do things, but don't forget the bigger picture. Don't forget what's really important. Don't forget that sometimes I feel like my to-do list and everything on it is like so urgent and so important, right? Think bigger picture. Kind of zoom out and think about what's really important. At the end of our life, what are we going to really look back on and think about and either be grateful for, feel good about ourselves and things we did, how we helped each other, and then also looking at things we regret, which can be, sometimes it's like people so focused on work or other things that you're not being present with your family. You're not going to be on your deathbed thinking about, man, I wish I got that one other thing done. I mean, if you have purpose, I get it, like life purpose, and that's a different story. But it's the nitty gritty, the going to all the birthday parties and doing all the things. Like some of that, yes, is important and to nurture relationships and everything like that. But sometimes you have to stop and step back. I love the book, The Best Yes, by the way. Look it up. If you've not read it, it's good. It's got a little God stuff in there too, but it's really just the basis of the book is the best yes, focusing on your yes and your yes kind of to God and your purpose and your family and even some self-care in there rather than those worldly things, like all the things we have to do all the time that just take over our life in that way that God's talking about here, right? You're grasping for the other things and what you think is important and how many likes you get on social media and keeping up with the Joneses, which I've never been one to do that. I don't know how that feels, but I hear it's a thing and people want to keep up and the latest trends or, the expensive bags or cars or whatever. And it's like, that's not what life is about. Refocusing. So this week, maybe sit down today. take 5 minutes out of your day. You have 5 minutes. And just write a list of like, just to remind yourself of your priorities in your life. And this is something I have every week when I plan my week. I have my priorities, things I need to do, right? Like family time, alone time with my husband, self-care, my life purpose work. Why am I doing 3 of those? Little quotes. Making sure that I'm including everything in the week. And that's why, oh, actually, you know, I don't know if I showed you guys this. I really need to promote these more because I love it. I use it every day. So this is, I'll use this example. It's folded, but whatever. So this is the planner. I have a planner pad that I created and sell. It's called Dream Plan Do, right? So I include self-care up here. Like, this is a standard. You've got to do it every day, right? So I put that in there because it's worth it. Then I have like the hourly schedule. I have my schedule here, and then you can put your kids, your spouse. If some people I know use it for like their work projects and their kids or whatever, depending how many kids you got. If you got more than 4 kids, you got to find another planner. And then it has on the back your top 3 priorities. And I say priorities because of course everyone has their to-do, okay? That's what we refer to it as. But what's your priority? But go deep with that. Like, it's not just like, what urgent work thing do I have to do? It's like, yes, there's the life purpose work, but there's a priority of maybe it's really important that you feel like you haven't been present with your kids so much. So maybe it's like a one-on-one, taking your kid out and, you know, doing something special with them. And then, or maybe it's, you know, you feel like you haven't had a break in a long time and you want to do a vacation, but you just kind of put it off. Like, maybe it's top priority to get that vacation planned with your family, with your girlfriends, whatever it is. Then we have this block for gratitude. So every day I write as many as I feel like, at least 3. And I try to make them different every day. And then other dreams and plans, which can be whatever. But my point is, I put self-care in there every day. And when I'm planning, I actually have another, I've got a couple planners. But this is like my daily one, but I have a weekly one too, where it has a to-do list where I just kind of like brain dump on Sundays, like the things I want to and need to do. Obviously, if you have a doctor's appointment, whatever, you got to put on your calendar. But also just like, I want to start, like I started this book I've been wanting to read, right? So that's something I did as part of my self-care yesterday. I'm like, I'm cutting out the time, even though I actually had to catch up on work because life happens, and Cora was sick and it threw off my whole schedule. So I got a little behind in this course I'm taking. So I had to catch up this weekend, which I don't love doing, but I put aside the time yesterday to catch up on that. I cleaned, and then I was like, I'm going to make sure I have me time. Did that guilt creep up because I have an only child? And she was like, Mom, da, da, da. And I was like, go talk to Daddy. It's Daddy's time right now. Mama's reading, right? Like, you have to set boundaries so you can create the life you want. And sometimes the guilt is tricky because it creeps up, so you think you're like doing something wrong. But when you think about it, you know how much more refreshed I feel or felt yesterday specifically after I got to read my book and whatever. It was just like a little decompression after I was doing my work. And so then I could be more present, and I help Cora. She's got a gymnastics bar in the basement now, so she wanted me to like help her and do gymnastics with her. So then I got to do that, and we had fun, and I was present, and I wasn't feeling drained and like, oh, I just, you know, I want a moment for myself or whatever, right? Like, take those moments so you show up better. Then you can get rid of the guilt because you know you're showing up as a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better daughter, like whatever it is, whoever your identity is. We have many usually. You're going to show up better and feel better, right? If you make sure to carve out the time to do, yes, self-care, but also nurture your family, nurture your friendships. Me, you know, well, I won't go into all. Anyway, I could go on a whole tangent. So if you want these, email me at fiercemamac@gmail.com. I will give you, I'm trying to think how I can do it where I'm not losing money, because I love to give my YouTubers discounts because it's fun. So I can give you, if you're just getting one, I can give it to you for $15. So that is the discount. So it's a big old chunka, a big pad, and this is a daily thing. Not everyone, you don't have to use it daily. It depends on your schedule. But one of my followers, she ordered 5. She was in it to win it. She helped me actually kind of design this because she has multiple kids and her husband has like a little, not tricky schedule, but you know, not a typical schedule. So she has her spouse and her 3 kids and her schedule. So it's so helpful. I love this because, well, I do some of my work stuff on here. So I have my daughter's, mine, and I also will separate. I have one I use for calls because I have a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of client calls. So I will use like my regular schedule, what I have to do, and then I do my calls and then my daughter's schedule, like where she needs to be, and then if I need to do my husband. So if you want that, email me at fiercemamac. It's my little creation. See, it has a little Christy Jade down there. And then it has my website name on the back. So if you want to order more, I'm getting, I haven't done it yet. I'm getting a page up there so that you can order straight through the website. But for now, you have to order through me until I get that done. And it's pretty. It's got little sparkles and pink. Yay! So anyway, side tangent, but the purpose of that, even if you don't want to get that, that's great. If you have a planner, I am big on writing things down and planning on an actual paper planner. I feel like I am more committed when I do that. I don't know if that's a thing y'all do too, but make sure you're putting self-care in there every single day, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes of reading a book, or at night having a nice little lavender bath, or maybe it's going for a quick walk around the neighborhood, right? Like doing something for yourself, with yourself. This is the alone time. We have our family time, we got our friend time. Like, make sure you get all of that in, but don't deprive yourself of that, like, you on you time and you on God time. And this was your you on God time right now. All right, so praise Him. I got a lot to do today, so I'm going to dive into my Monday, my week. Sorry, my nose is stuffy. I know someone always comments. It's like when I do my makeup, I think I'm like allergic to, I don't know if it's something, the mascara. Oh, the eyeliner. I think that does it, this eyeliner. Which I haven't been wearing eyeliner a lot lately, but I felt like it. But maybe that's what's happening. A little snarfy. Someone, I don't know if it's just a troll that says it, but they come on, they're like, oh, allergies getting you, like every single time. So that's fun. Yeah, I know when my nose is snarfy. All right, people, put your deuces and your smooches, and last line, I will read again, not my last line, the favorite line. Hey, hold on, last miss that. When your focus turns away from me, you grasp for other things. You drop the glowing gift of my presence as you reach for lifeless ashes. Return to me, regain my presence. So whenever you turn away or you're not in the Word of God, not hanging with the Jesus, you're grasping for other things that are not the right thing to be grasping for. So remember that this week. That's the message that God wanted me to say apparently twice, yesterday and today. So remember to turn to Him this week. Seek Him, pray to Him, ask Him for guidance and help. That's what every morning, I mean, I have prayers like all throughout the day, but every morning I say, God be with me and please shine the light on my path today, right? He knows the path. I don't. Sometimes I feel lost. I'm like, hey, Get that big flashlight up there. Show me something. Show me. Sometimes it's okay to ask that. It's a simple prayer, but it's like one of the most important prayers to me. Because some days I feel like, I mean, I work for myself. I'm just like ADD up in here. Sometimes I'm like, all right, show me, Jesus. The other day, literally, I was like, shine the light. And he's like, you need to clean your office out and get organized, lady. And he was right, and I did. All right, see you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. All right, put a thumbs up if you like these videos. If you're into the JC. And, yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll actually do makeup. See you. Deuces.